what you eat, and you are what you eat, and you're even what you eat. Here's a clue, why don't you take a peek beneath your feet? Well, if you wanna know what you're made from, look at what you're made from's made from, cause the stuff that we're all made from is the same. Yeah, we goes from dust to dust. You gotta just trust that upper crust and maintain that good terrain from whence you came. We've been looking up, we've been messing around, we've been freaking out, but it's time to get down, cause we're made up of common ground. Can't live without it, and it's time to get down. When you flirt with the dirt, you'll observe it's certainly not inert. From a worm to a chicken bucket, you're never alone on the loam, and it's time to get to work. We've been looking up, we've been messing around, we've been freaking out.
This is the polytunnel at 8 o'clock in the morning. So there is a big hedge behind here, but the shading isn't too bad, but it is still a little chilly in here. And these are the seedlings, mixed germination. Some things have germinated really well. This lettuce red salad bowl and lettuce Navara had very poor germination. Some of the onions are taking quite a long time to germinate. Some things are looking great. This is the broad beans and the clover that was sown in green waste from the council. What I am surprised about is that the tomatoes have taken so long to germinate, but I think most of them have germinated now. Pepper's also taking a long time. These are cucumbers, which I will plant out into pots hopefully today. And this is another workbench that I do most of the potting up on.
But it's time to get down, cause we're made up of common ground. Can't live without it. And
this is the third bench. I've made it a bit bigger than the other two. Unfortunately, I'd already ordered some of this wire mesh, which was the same size as the other benches, but too small for this. So there's a bit of a gap at this back side, but this now comfortably fits 10 trays. I'm having quite sporadic germination, especially with spinach. Very poor germination there, and some of the lettuce. Brassicas and beetroot seem to be doing okay. That's the first bit of tool organisation. There goes the rake.
we've been looking up, we've been messing around, we've been freaking out, but it's time to get down.
A lot of hoeing to do at the moment. This is called red shank, and there's loads of it. Small little seedlings, some of it's got a bit bigger. Apparently its seed stays viable in the soil for about 40 years. These are the lettuce seedlings that we're trialling to see how well they set seed. So I'm just going to hoe them before the seedling.
Down. Cause you are what you eat, and you are what you eat, and you're even what you eats, and it repeats.
So started pulling up this edge. The couch grass is still trying its best to survive. so I guess once the light gets to it, that will start growing again. There's not much sign of worms, a few, but not much. The soil is a lot moister here, both outside the plastic and not surprisingly underneath. It was put down in October, so I guess a lot of that moisture was trapped. Doesn't look like there's a huge amount of biology under there, but more than where the soil is exposed and dry. There's some mycelium growing and a few little insects, so I'll carry on pulling it off from that end. Good to see some beetles. Not sure what this is, but I'm sure someone can identify it. And there's a few holes, so I guess there were some rodents living under here. Soil is nice and fluffy. So it's come to the point where I'm going to try and take up the black plastic, which has been down for 6 or 7 months. I think October I put it down. Seems to be quite calm, not much wind. There has been times over the winter when this has been horizontal. Wind's coming from the southwest, so I'm going to take it up from the far end first, fold it over. Hopefully it won't take as long as it took me to put it down, where I was doing it in the dark and then having to get up in the middle of the night to re-weigh it down and dig it in. There is a bit of water on it, but I'm worried it's going to rain later in the week and collect more water, so I want to get it done quickly. Hi, I'm going to try and take in the black plastic now. I did roll it up last night and tried to move it, but it was too heavy with all the soil and water, so I unrolled it again, tried to dry it out, and now rather than fold it up and try and carry it in on the wheelbarrow, I'm going to try and drag it in as one big open piece and hope that's a bit easier. That's fairly dull viewing, at least it's moving. Now a little bit closer than it was. Not the most elegant method, but at least it's off the field. I'd be interested to know whether this soil has higher nutrient levels than the rest of the plot, as it hasn't had the rain and the snow over the winter. It's been protected, so nutrients may not have been leached out as much. I am doing a soil analysis today of the rest of the plot, but not of this section. It would be interesting to compare them. So I'm going to try and show the flail mower in action. Just realised actually how nice it is to record without the wind blowing all the time. Anyway, now I've got the engine. I'm going to try and flail mower this giant red mustard, which has gone to seed. It's not really putting on many new leaves now. And Ben Burgess, the technician, came out earlier in the week and fixed the gear cable on this. So it works, I can use it in the right direction. It's much easier to manoeuvre. So it's almost a joy to use. It's still a bit of a beast. Hopefully you saw that. Makes it so much easier to rotate from one crop to another crop. You just munch it up, rotivate the soil, and it's ready for a new crop then. So although it's a bit of a shame that that stuff has gone to seed, bolted so quickly, at least I can put something else in pretty quickly afterwards. Without that, it'd be pulling them out or cutting them, which I have done with a sickle, or digging them in with a spade. So this is in theory a lot quicker. So I'm just going to cut a bit of this comfrey. It's looking so nice at the moment, and I'm reluctant to cut it because of the bees love it so much. But as I will be explaining a lot in the coming videos, the soil is deficient in something, and we're doing some soil analysis and foliar analysis to find out why. But in the meantime, I know that comfrey is a very good feed, so I'm going to cut it up into bits and put it in water, and the next time I'm back I can use that to water the plants and see if it has an effect. I'm actually only going to cut half because that way I can leave some for the bees, and also it will grow back very quickly. So